Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video has been a long time coming. Um, I got this cover back in May. I want to say like mid-May or something, and I meant to film a video shortly after I had gotten it. However, I got really sick at the end of May. Like until now, I still don't really know what happened. All I know is that like for about a week, I was coughing really badly, so I sounded super sick. Yeah, anyways, so I obviously could not film anything. But yeah, so I have been sort of well, it was populated, but I didn't really use it per se. But I had been meaning to film this video for some time now, so here we are. So yeah, today I want to talk to you guys about this Chic Sparrow personal cover that I got from one of the Facebook buy sell trade groups. I had seen it. I was I was looking for a personal cover essentially, and then I saw it and I inquired about it. Like I was going back and forth thinking about it for a while, and then finally I inquired about it and I decided to purchase it. So yeah, and it was nice. Kind of like as I mentioned in the in another video, the seller was based here in Canada, so it made shipping a lot easier. And yeah, so here we are. So as I mentioned, it's a personal size. It's a Chic Sparrow. It is an Austin, and it is a Lady Catherine. So my understanding is that this particular leather has been discontinued since. I don't really see it around that much. I think it was around a couple of years ago or something. So it is I know the lighting doesn't do it justice. It is more of like a sort of reddish color in real life, like a sort of red brown. And even in the original photos that I saw it in, depending on the lighting, the color changes, which is part of the reason why I wanted to pick it up. It just, in some lighting it looked more pink, and then in some lighting it was red, and then it's like a red brown, and then right now it looks a little more buttery brown, so it might look like a lighter version of the Darcy, I would say. But yeah, it just seemed like such a happy color, and I tend to go for like neutrals to darks, so this definitely was different in my repertoire. So yeah, so I moved out from my, I believe the last video I did was apple pig leather. So I moved out from there into this one, and as you can see, it's well loved. So I don't know if you can quite see some of the scuffs, but I mean it was gently used, which was nice. So it has developed a patina over time, to my understanding, compared to other videos that or other photos, sorry, that I have seen of the leather when people first got it. But yeah, otherwise it's really nice. And I mean, Darcy's are always quite nice when you get them, right? You know what you're expecting. It has more of a shinier exterior, very sturdy. I mean, like the leather itself is really it's durable, essentially, is how I would describe it per se. So yeah, and then you could see there's like striations on my cover here, right down the middle there and on the sides. And then yeah, it's just really interesting. So just to show you what my setup is right now. So this one is the deluxe. So this was the older version. It's got the large pocket and then a smaller pocket at the top. As you can see, I've got some ephemera going on here, and then an identity card. So it's 4-string. As you can see, I'm using 3 of them right now. And sorry, I'm just being weird here. I did put a clip for a pencil because my first notebook is a blank one. But yeah, so just going back to the strings, technically it is 4. I think if I do this, you can see that the 4th one is tucked in. So I just flipped this right before I started filming, but essentially this first notebook is actually in the middle. However, I noticed the corner kept on getting caught in the zip. So I decided to switch it because the last notebook is a hardback anyways. So the first one has this image. So I got this notebook from a seller here in Canada named, just want to give them a shout out, Bookfell Studio. So they make they make their own notebooks. So their notebooks are sewn together. I don't know if I can really show it to you guys here, but yeah, you can see it's sewn together. Different media, so like you can get one that's this one's mixed media. It's a thicker notebook. You can see here I kept it. It's actually 120 GSM. However, I found out this one is not very fountain pen friendly. Don't want to show you too much about this, but yeah, I was writing something and then it just kind of bled through. So anyways, but however, as you can see, I've been sketching a little bit, and then I'm using actually this Pentel gel pen, which is working out fairly nicely. So this is sort of like my creative notebook right now. Again, so this one had a drawing, but she's got different covers and stuff. So that's my first notebook. Then I got these inserts, these plastic inserts. I got them from Amazon. Kind of hard to find pocket inserts right now that that are at a decent price and that ships here to Canada. However, I found this one. It was a pack of 4, so I can put like cards and whatnot. In this case, I put photos from my trips and stuff. And then, of course, you can put things like washi cards and whatnot. And then the back is a zipper, which I put more paper and then little cards and whatnot. So, yeah. So, yeah, a bunch of paper in there right now. This card came from someone, I don't remember right now. Might have been from I think it was from the person who sold me this cover, actually, which is really cool. It's already giving autumn vibes, even though as I'm filming, it's summertime. So yeah, the next notebook I got, this one is from Inkpression. No, Good Inkpression. They're based in Spain. So this one's Tomo River paper. Yeah, so I got some cards here. Painting I picked up from Faroe Islands. So yeah, that's my second insert. Right now I'm just using it as a sort of like list of wish lists and whatnot. So I actually don't have a notebook that's like specifically for lists. So I think this might be my list notebook. We'll see. As I mentioned, I did put even though there's a pen loop here, I did put a clip as well for the pencil. Sometimes with Chic Sparrow, what's really nice is because they're quite sturdy, like in terms of structure. Sometimes like whenever you know, it's looped in, I don't even need the pen loop. Sometimes I could just stick a pencil here, but this time I like to put that one in, even though it's flopping around a bit. That's okay. And then finally, the last notebook I have here is a hardback. I think this is a Kinbor, which is sort of like a knockoff of Hobonichi, I guess. And you can see here that the size is actually a little larger than the personal, just by a little bit. In this case, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing here. In this case, I don't mind that it's sticking out the way that it is. I actually quite like it that way. Don't know why, but this one is essentially like my quotes notebook. So like quotes that I find really interesting from like what I read or what I heard, I'll be writing it in here. It is fountain pen friendly. However, it's not like Tomo River paper where you can see like the characteristics of the ink per se, like the sheen and everything. You won't see that in this notebook. However, it does write fine with a fountain pen. So I have that here right now. And in my final little section here, more paper, something I picked up from Scotland. Yeah, stuff like that. So that's essentially my my setup right now. And again, like even though I'm slowly just starting to write in it a little more often, again, just the nature of having like 5 different traveler's notebooks right now for like different things. I do marvel and ask myself why I haven't gotten around to a personal until now. It's just such a good size. I mean, I can see why people like it. So yeah, that's my setup right now. Do you guys use a personal traveler's notebook, or you ever thought about it or whatnot? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, happy to answer any questions. I think I might stay in here for the rest of the summer. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, otherwise I'm very happy with my current setup here right now. So Yeah, I'll see you guys in the comments. Until next time, bye.